They look alive until you realize nothing moves. Cities built for thousands left in absolute silence. Across the world, entire towns stand frozen mid-story, abandoned so suddenly it feels like time itself walked out and never came back. No footsteps, no voices, just wind drifting through empty streets. Today we explore 4 ghost cities, so haunting they make you wonder, what happened here? Number 4. Ordos City, China. Ordos City was born out of ambition, an enormous modern metropolis constructed during China's rapid economic rise in the early 2000s. The government envisioned a gleaming urban center that would hold more than 1 million people, complete with luxury apartments, cultural centers, museums, shopping districts, stadiums, and perfectly arranged boulevards stretching across the plains of Inner Mongolia. Everything was built quickly and boldly, as if the future was guaranteed to arrive on schedule. But the people never came. Today, Ordos is a masterpiece with no audience. Walking through it feels like exploring a movie set after filming stopped. Immense roads run arrows straight into the horizon with not a single car in sight. Apartment towers, rows and rows of them, rise into the sky, their windows flawless and clean. Yet every room behind them is empty. Playgrounds remain untouched, their paint unchipped because no children ever use them. At night, an entire skyline disappears into darkness because no lights turn on inside the towers. It's not decay that makes Ordos eerie, it's the absence of life. Visitors often describe hearing their footsteps echo down vast plazas, designed for crowds that never arrived. You can stand in the center of a massive roundabout, look in every direction and not see a single moving thing. The city cost billions, spans more than 100 square miles, and yet feels like it was built for ghosts rather than people. There was no disaster, no war, no dramatic collapse. It is a rare kind of ghost city, one that didn't fall, it just never rose. Number 3. Hashima Island, Japan. Hashima Island looks like a concrete battleship rising out of the sea. Located off the coast of Nagasaki, it began as a mining outpost in the late 1800s, and eventually transformed into one of the most densely populated places on the planet. Mitsubishi constructed towering apartment blocks, narrow corridors, schools, markets, and even rooftop playgrounds on this tiny rock surrounded by rough water. Thousands live shoulder to shoulder, and beneath them, miners descended into tunnels carved beneath the ocean floor to harvest coal that fueled Japan's growing industrial power. Life on Hashima was intense, cramped, and battered by storms. The island was constantly hammered by harsh weather, and buildings were packed tightly to survive the winds. Families lived in small rooms, laundry swung from rusted railings. Children played on concrete rooftops because there was no open spaces below. And beneath the surface, many Korean laborers toiled in dangerous conditions as part of Japan's wartime exploitation. The island was a world unto itself, self-contained, isolated, and built purely for extraction. Then the coal ran out. By the 1970s, petroleum had replaced coal across Japan, and there was no longer any reason for the island to exist. In 1974, Hashima was abandoned almost instantly. Residents boarded up the last ferry with whatever they could carry, leaving behind furniture, dishes, tools, and possessions that still remain scattered through the rooms today. Time did not wash the island away. It paused it. Now Hashima is a crumbling labyrinth of dark hallways, collapsing staircases, and hollow concrete blocks. Seawater eats away at the walls, rain pours through broken roofs, rust spreads across beams like veins. Seen from above, it resembles a decaying fortress at sea, a silent testament to the rise and fall of industrial ambition. But the next city lurks in shadows. Make sure to like and subscribe because its empty streets and silent buildings guard secrets no one dares to reveal. Number 2. Kolmanskop, Namibia. Kolmanskop is a ghost town swallowed by sand, so thoroughly that many of its buildings now look like dunes with roofs. Its story began in 1908 when a railway worker sweeping the desert discovered a handful of diamonds glinting beneath the moonlight. Word spread, and the area erupted into a frenzy. German settlers built an entire European-style town in the middle of Namibia desert, complete with elegant homes, a ballroom, a school, a hospital, and even an ice factory. For a brief moment, Kolmanskop glowed with wealth. Electricity ran through the homes before some major cities in Europe had it. Parties filled the nights. Luxury goods arrived from overseas. The desert became a glittering oasis of excess. But diamond fields have an expiration date. By the 1930s, the once rich deposits dwindled. Workers left to chase new discoveries elsewhere. Businesses closed. Doors were locked. Without maintenance, windows shattered, and dunes flowed through the openings like tides. Today, Kolmanskop feels like a dream fading in slow motion. Some rooms are buried ankle deep, others waist deep, and some completely filled to the ceiling with golden sand. Hallways curve beneath the weight of drifting dunes. Wallpaper curls off the walls. Wooden floors buckle under the pressure. There are few places on Earth where nature's reclamation is so visible. In Kolmanskop, it isn't conquering the town, it's digesting it. Every year, more buildings collapse under the rising dunes. Every year, more memories disappear into the sand. The town is becoming part of the desert again, one abandoned room at a time. Number 1. Pripyat, Ukraine. Pripyat was once a model Soviet city, a place built for families, workers, and a generation of young people who believed in progress. Nearly 50,000 lived there, most of them employees of the nearby Chernobyl nuclear power plant. The city was vibrant, full of parks, schools, cinemas, shops, and the soon-to-open amusement park, whose yellow Ferris wheel would eventually become one of the most haunting symbols of abandonment in the world. On April 26, 1986, reactor number 4 exploded. Radiation surged silently over the city, while daily life continued unaware. Parents made breakfast, children played outdoors, workers rode buses to their jobs. The invisible danger hung in the air like a ghost. Hours later, evacuations arrived with little explanation. Residents were told they'd be gone for only a few days. They left behind clothes, dishes, toys, books, photographs, everything that made their homes feel alive. They never returned. Pripyat today is a frozen world. Apartments sit exactly as they were, only dustier, quieter, and overrun by nature. In classrooms, notebooks remain open on desks. In homes, beds still hold blankets frozen in mid-fold. The amusement park stands silent, its Ferris wheel permanently stalled against the sky, its bumper cars rusting beneath fallen branches. Concrete blocks rise above a forest that was never meant to exist. Trees growing from balconies, roots cracking through floors, vines climbing stairwells like veins through a body. Animals roam freely. Wolves, foxes, horses, moving through streets once crowded with people. Pripyat isn't just abandoned, it became suspended, caught in a moment of history that will never let it escape. If you could visit one of these abandoned cities, which would it be and why? Let us know your pick down below, and until next time, take care.